the Vandals had something Germanic in patch 1. Now they have something Germanic and something Alanic, which makes them powerhouses. Vandal Warlord, excellent unit. Beastly, tanky, high melee attack, good bonus against cavalry. Nice general to bring. Then you have the Germanic spears. And of course, the reason why I love bringing cavalry general is because this brace. This brace increases attack against cavalry by 9. So when you have this guy in a blob and he's swinging with 20 attack, you hit brace for 30 seconds, every single one of your units is going to get a 9 bonus against cavalry. Even the infantry units you have in that fight. So that's going to be substantial. They still have price reductions on berserkers, price reductions on noble Swebi swords. The Vandal berserkers are starting to near a price range where it's interesting to bring them. I have seen them used to good effect. Now, the Vandals have a very comprehensive cavalry contingent. The noble Alani cavalry and the Alani horsemen are given now. Bring as many noble Alani cavalry as you can, and bring Vandal warlord, bring as many Alani horsemen as you can. So if there's a 10 cavalry max, this is what I do probably. Or even be a bit cheeky and do something like this. Doesn't leave much room for infantry, but you can still bring quite a few units. This would be a nightmare to face for most armies, except for a pike box. So what makes the Vandals so strong now is that they have the noble Alani cavalry with a 30 bonus against lords. Also, the Alani horsemen are marginally more expensive than the Germanic horsemen, but they are vastly better. 20 bonus, good armor, just good everything for the price. And the Vandals have one of the best melee cavalry rosters in the game. Their shock cavalry doesn't have bonuses against large, but I don't really see why you would ever bring a Royal Swebi cavalry when you have access to Noble Alani cavalry. Noble Alani is just great charge bonus for being a melee unit. They are heavy, they have all the required attributes to devastate both infantry and cavalry. I'm not going to say anything about the dogs and the skirmish cavalry because they are still pretty damn useless, but just having the essential Germanic roster, and of course the essential Alani units, the Vandals can bring scary armies to the field. So something like this, if we're going to assume a maximum of 8 cavalry units, if we say, let's just say, toy with the idea of a maximum of 6 cavalry units. Well, okay, now you can have 6 Germanic archers, and you probably want something to follow your cavalry around, for example. This is the one area where the Vandals start to become less powerful. If there is a limit on the amount of cavalry units you can bring, if the limit is 6, the less cavalry you can bring, the weaker the Vandals become, because they don't have great units to support infantry with. So yes, there are bonuses now on these Germanics versus infantry. I've said that for all the factions, so I'm not going to be repeating myself too much, hopefully. But if you want really sturdy units to run around and support your cavalry, noble Swebi swords could work for that. Something like that. But still, like I said before, the less cavalry you can bring, the weaker the Vandals become. The more cavalry you can bring, the stronger the Vandals become, because their prime infantry unit, the noble Germanic swords, are not great offensively. They are better defensively, and they rely on you winning the cavalry fight and then being able to mop up any infantry and skirmishers. So the noble Swebi swords are insanely powerful. Still, their price is very prohibitive, and they're not great on the charge either. They are sort of in the mid range between good defensive infantry and good offensive infantry. So the Vandals, when you can tank up on your your noble Alanic cavalry and your noble Germanic horsemen, then you can bring a very scary army indeed as the Vandals. Very strong faction now. And in my opinion, when it comes to winning the cavalry fight, nobody does it better now than when we're talking about pure cavalry engagements, nobody does it better than the Vandals and the Alans at the moment. Strength and honor.